What does your administration do to support the program? I know at a district level, I get a budget to offer classes. Every now and then we get extra funds that we're able to provide to site coordinators for registration, big windows of crunch time like in August and things like that. But what kind of things happen on your campus? What do the administrators get involved with or do to support the program?
Of course, it's going to be different on every campus, but for ours, everything is kind of self-sufficient, so they don't need to get involved too much. For us, it's primarily been attendance. You know, if the student isn't coming to the library when they're supposed to or something like that, then we can notify the assistant principals and they can get involved, and you have to come to school, you know. But that's really it for us. I can't speak for the other.
And that's a big issue because attendance isn't monitored the same way that it is for regular students coming face-to-face courses. So we do have to have a different system in place. And there's not too many guidelines that tell us here's what you have to do. It's here's what students are required to do in terms of meeting that attendance. So that is one thing that we started 2 years ago, was starting to include administrators in that attendance discussion. It's not really behavior. You can't say we're taking away the course if you don't attend, because that is still their class. So that is something we started working on. And this will be the first year we have dedicated admin liaisons assigned to TXVSN. So each year we're trying to improve based on feedback from you the year before. So.
And I think, again, assistant principals get involved in the technology component, helping us track down whatever technology the student needs to take the class. You're very supportive of that, and the administrators. But beyond needing their help with finding the technology that we need, we haven't really needed our administrators to be involved beyond that support of just making sure the classroom is set
Yeah,
up.
from a discipline standpoint, we don't seem to have too many discipline issues.
No.
Every now and then we'll have a plagiarism issue, but we have steps in place where the student and the parent get emailed, the parent comes in for a meeting. We have a few steps in place, but we haven't even had to rely on that type of a process too much. So, knock on wood.
I think my administrators have only gotten involved like when we have a teacher, like a German teacher, that decides that she's no longer teach at Klein Forest, and so we're looking to figure out what are we going to do with these kids. We've been have 10 kids, and so then they'll ask, we do Texas Virtual School, and then I'm calling you to see if we can have money for these 10 kids, to try to do the German class or something. But that's the only time that my administrators have been involved. It's when we're looking for a teacher to teach something.
So not overly requirement
No.
involvement type things.
Yeah, they basically, kind of being Klein Collins, it's there to help support with the attendance and that type of issue. They'll also help step in and support with the technology if we had to get the cameras issued and open up some of the permissions for some of the kids for the sign language. We actually ended up using the camera on the laptop itself as opposed to the plug-in, and just getting the library set up to make sure we have a classroom and a place to go, but they are there to really just oversee and to be that back-end support just in case for whatever reason we need them. And every time that we've needed something, they've been there for us to help us out and support us in that way. So it's very beneficial to know you have them there, but as far as them being there on a day-to-day basis, they're not there for that, but they are there for the back end just to make sure that whatever we need, they're going to help us out with that.